Hello, 2 streams in 1 week. We are back. I had some extra time this week because a lot of my students who I tutor are doing testing and stuff, so that means video games, which is great for me. We got stuff to do today. I think I have improved my TikTok interface. If you're over there watching, hello. Hopefully the audio is better. We have the main plot, main story quest, which we're working on. There is the fashion thing I was told about on Wednesday I would like to check out. So it'll be a little bit of everything today. And I'm not sure how long I'll be live for. At least 2 hours, maybe more. But first let me crack this open. Now, my real question is the game? It's just really quiet right now. There's no sound going on in here, I think. Step one, we're here. Let's pick up this quest. She wishes to discuss the fate of the prisoners being held at Castrum Sentry. And give me 1 sec. Let me check this out. Alright, I exist. You can hear me. That's important. Maybe one of the most important parts of being live. All right. Oh shoot, sorry. I forgot to do one thing. Give me one moment. This will take only the briefest of moments, I promise. Go here, go here, go here. Go here. Bam. And give it a second. And we're good to go. Sorry, I forgot about one thing I had to do before we got there. So, the rescue of our allies would be no small undertaking, Richard. Even under normal circumstances, breaching the defenses of an Imperial castrum would be a highly dangerous proposition. But, now that Castrum Sentry houses prisoners whom the Garleans deem valuable, we may be confident that they have taken additional measures to ensure the stronghold's security. If we are free to free our friends, we will require an effective strategy, and if we are to formulate an effective strategy, we will require intelligence. I believe I know a man who may be able to assist us in this, Lord Portalain of House Durin there. He is stationed at the Observatorium in Coorthos. Let's go to his aid. Let us besiege his aid. Alright, so. We've got that. Now, so this, people told me I could maybe walk there, but I would probably die already. We'll see. Hold on. I realized something. Sorry. Tap it out one more time. And then we will be 100% set. I promise. Alright. There we go. So. I guess we're just gonna follow the main story quest for now. That'll be a good start. Last time I got a little sidetracked doing other stuff, which was fine. It was fun. But, you know, you can only wait so long before you follow the main story quest. Waking Sands. It's so quiet. Well, I guess that castle, that area has been destroyed. It's so quiet in there, it kind of freaks me out. Oh my god. The heck was that? At the Observatorium. Which is where? Over here. South of Dragonhead. Alright. Now, I would really like, I mean, you're up here right now, but I would really like for there to be a more efficient way I wish I could have. Oh wait, hold on. I never summoned Carbuncle. Did I hold on? Did I lock this at 60 FPS? Below 60. Yeah. I'm just trying to save as many resources as possible in the system. So let me. I mean, I could go down. I think it's okay. I'm sure if anybody says like it's unwatchable on one of the services, they'll let me know. I'm doing my best, okay? But as long as you can hear the beautiful chocobo music, it's a good day, right? But yeah, so I do want to try out the fashion thing, but my understanding of it is like I don't have a lot of the gear I need. So would the premise be that I go there, I see what the outfit is I need, and then I hunt for that gear? Because that does give me something like an objective to head toward. But it's you know, it takes us away from making progress. So I don't know. We'll see. Nope, that's not the right building. Is it? It's gotta be this. No, it's in here, right? It's this small room. It is. I hope they don't mind. I just rode my chocobo in there. Ah, Richard, the man who unmasked a heretic in our midst. To what do I owe the pleasure of your company? Also, people who are joining, thank you. Hello, welcome. You are an associate of Ishtola, but of course, Lord Drillmont. Is it Drillamont? Confided to me that you were a scion of the 7th Dawn. No, can't use. We'll take the money. Castrum's Sentry, what interest have you all in Imperials? They hold several of our number whom we intended to free. Any information you can provide would be greatly appreciated. I see, that might explain our scouts' reports. They observed 4 prisoners, led to the castrum, a Hiran woman. Oh, thank you for the like. Arahi, thank you. A Hiran woman, an Elzen man, and 2 Lalafels, 1 male and 1 female. Welcome. Thanks for hanging out with us. If you're lurking, we lurkers. Hello, everybody. Hey, feel free to say hi. Do whatever you want. It's them. It has to be Minfilia, Urianger, Papalimo, and Tataru. If that scant morsel is of use to you, you may also be interested to hear about a more recent incident. Man, like, so I can't grow a real good beard. I don't know if you can see it well. It's patchy. Right here, it's real patchy. So I keep the mustache going and maybe a little stubble. Should I do this? Should I get the crazy sideburns and then like the triangle goatee? An Imperial airship made of emergency landing here in Kaorthos not long ago. 2 men believed to be prisoners, Rogden and a Lalafell, were seen fleeing the craft. Sorry, hold on. Just trying to fix something here. You know what? We'll put that there. No, wait. Sorry. I'm figuring out chat windows really quick. We'll put that there. Alright, that's good. What did you say? A Rogden and a Lalafell, Master Garlean. Neither wore Imperial dress and both seemed disinclined to wait for rescue. Hence our assumption that they were prisoners. Well, I'll be damned. It's Biggs and Wedge. Trust those 2 rascals. They're hopping timelines again, baby. We must find them, Richard, and soon. The Imperials will not rest until they are captured or killed, and if Biggs were given the choice, I fear he'd take the latter. Freeing those held in Castrum's Sentry will require a substantial planning and preparation. As such, it's an endeavor that will have some slight delay. The matters of the escapees, by contrast, will not. Shortly after the prisoners vacated the airship, our scouts observed Imperial troops setting off in pursuit. it is likely only a matter of time before they catch them. If you wish to see your comrades again, you had best act now. If, as has been suggested, the Garleans took our fellow Scions prisoners in hopes of understanding the Echo, it seems reasonable to assume they will not be executed until such a time as the study is complete. But Biggs and Wedge are not Scions, nor do they know aught of Echo. As Lord Port Elaine said, they may prove our only chance to rescue them. I say we seize it. Thank you, everyone. You won't regret this. Yo, Sid, yeah, Sid is hyped. I'm starting to combine names in my head because there's so many characters in this game. Oh, a cutscene. Things are starting to really take off in this game. This is a bonus Final Fantasy stream, CMB. Because I had, my students are doing a lot of testing this week, so I have extra days where I'm not tutoring. I figured, why not play Final Fantasy? Final preparations are almost complete, my lord. There stands the culmination of 5 long years of painstaking work, but all our efforts will be vindicated when the Emperor's vision becomes reality. Also, hello TikTok chat, people who are popping in there, I see ya. At last, we have the power to purge this land of its false gods. Has anybody who ever said that out loud ever been the good guy? I mean, like, I know it's Final Fantasy. It's, like, comically evil, but yeah. We shall give... Okay, I really did, so the first, like, 40, up to level 40, I was like, I'm having fun, you know, spending 2 hours every week, once a couple times a week, doing some Final Fantasy adventures, but then, after the Garuda quest, I was like, dang, this feels like it's sped up, like, the pacing has really improved. We shall give the ignorant children of Eorzea the security and stability they desperately crave, and which their spineless leaders have so palpably failed to provide. As you say, my lord, rest assured our engineers will not rest until the weapon is fully armed and operational. Retantin, you depart for Castrum Occidens at midnight. You will command Western Front in Villebrand. The Eorzeans will attempt to interfere with our plans. You will see that they do not. My lord, if this be your will, I shall carry it out to the best of my ability. I live only to serve the Empire. Yet, forgive my impudence, but it is proper to give command of half our forces to, I have given you nothing. Praefectus, you have earned it. That will be all. Dismissed. Yes, my lord. Pick number 2, my lord. My quarters, 1 hour. All right, we're back. They were like, everyone's like, whoa, how did we get here? Yeah. All right, back in. Oh, these have materia slots. I don't think any of my other gears had materia slots yet, but you mentioned that, CMB. My purpose here is to reconnoiter Garlean activity along Abalethia's spine. Owing to this, I have the honor of being acquainted with Ishtola. Now, the report of Imperial airships emergency landing came to us by the way of Demzo Darkhold situated to the west. Also, CMB, I just realized it's like 9:30 a.m. for you, 9 a.m. for you. No, it's 8:30. You're probably like, I just woke up and this he's yelling at me in chat. Not yelling at me, but talking loud. But it's going on noon for me, or a little before noon. A man stationed at the entrance, a knight named Briselt may be able to tell you more, so as to expedite your mission, I shall furnish you with a letter of introduction. I pray you will soon be reunited with your comrades. May the Fury grant you strength. You just got back from the dog park. You gotta help me. I'm trying to convince Ronnie to let me get a Pomsky. I really would love a Pomsky. It would be sick. Alright, with the way I have to stream the TikTok, it really does use a lot of resources. Maybe I go down to standard laptop just to give us a little bit more resource for stuff. Alright, where am I going now? Also, CMB, is there a way I can have a HUD thing, maybe like here, that I could put the Chocobo on and Carbuncle? Or is there no way to have, like, mix them in that way? Like the pet and Chocobo. Onwards to battle. Snow Pup, is this what you were walking at the dog park? A HUD guide. It's really in depth. I'm like, every time I open up the HUD thing, I'm like, this is insanity. This is too much. You stand before Dezemel Darkhold, the subterranean fortress excavated by the great Ishgardian house of the same name. None but authorized personnel may enter. I got you this letter. A letter from Lord Portlane. So you have come about in an Imperial airship. According to our scouts, the vessels had scarce touched the ground when a pair of men, captives by all accounts, burst forth and bolted. Imperial soldiers have since been sighted in the area seeking to recapture them. What? The captives are likely to be your friends, you say? Then let us pray that they are a step ahead of their pursuers. The emergency landing reportedly took place near the Aruum Vale, situated south and west of here. I suggest you take your search there. Seek out a knight named Pierre Mons. He should be able to assist you. Yeah, the HUD, like, I could definitely see where once you understand how to set it up and, like, organize it, you're like, this is great. But it's insane. Like, if I look at this, like, I would like the pet hotbar on. Let me experiment. I didn't save it. We turn this on. Save. But I only really want the summon button for Carbuncle. Is there a way? So how do I, like, can you go on here? Wait, okay, change this. No, you can't go on there. Like, there's gotta be one where I can just put whatever I want on there, right? Party list, status, server info, alliances, notices. There's so much here. Oh wait, maybe I can make, so maybe I make hotbar 4. Now, how do I make hotbar 4 vertical instead of horizontal? Is there a way? No, oh, I see. Wait. Hold on. Hotbar 7 and 8 are already vertical. So we do this. Turn you on. And then I move the stuff I want like this over here. Now, is there a way for me to, like, shrink you so I can only see the top 3 of these? Now, I know if you're watching on the vertical streams, you can't see it. There we go. I want to cut it off here and stick it there, you know? I guess I could. Wait. Okay, hold on. I want you here. Maybe it's not possible. Well, maybe, I mean, it's probably possible, but maybe it's not possible the way I'm thinking about it. Okay, wait. I see all the hotbars. I see the pet hotbar. Okay, hold on. Let's Google this. Google is our friend, even if it does eat up more resources. Can I shrink Final Fantasy XIV hot bar? The UI scale. Open the main menu, select HUD layout, click the specific hotbar, and use the gear icon to scale it. Okay, so I want you. Oh, okay, wait. 60? Oh, baby, there we go. Hold on. Oh, wait, I gotta be in here to move you. Okay, look at that. I mean, you can't see it if you're in the vertical streams, but by that, we're learning. We're improving. All right, hold on. Now I gotta go talk to my guy, which means I gotta go back, but I now have a way to efficiently summon my chocobo, which is great. These are the kind of tips that, like, the more I play, I'm sure people will pop in from other who are... Is there a term for non-sprouts? Like, are they old heads? Is that the word? Also, if you're in the TikTok stream, I'm sorry about the slight... Well, I wouldn't say slight. The quality's not great. But I have to stream a certain amount of times using TikTok Studio before I can use virtual camera. So we're working on that. The Imperial airship I saw approach the land with mine own 2 eyes. I hastened to the landing site, arriving just in time to see vessels take off to the skies again. But not before it had deployed. A detachment of troops, gruff orders are being barked, and there was an air of consternation about them. Okay. So now I have these fancy pants that can put materia in them. Oh, no. Wait, okay. No materia slots, no materia slots, no, yes. No. And I don't have any materia as far as I know. And CMB, you were saying I get materia from these slots in the bottom right corner, but I'm not sure how to do that yet. We'll keep talking. We'll keep yapping. There were prisoners aboard the airship, it seems, and they seized the opportunity to flee when the vessel was forced to land. The Garleans who were deployed formed search parties and proceeded to scour the wilderness in order to alert our forces. I returned to my post. To find evidence that someone had been here, whoever they were tried to no avail and decided to go elsewhere. In all, I marked 2 sets of footprints, one large and one small. If you search the area, mayhap you'll be able to follow the footprints of their owners. Yeah, so like you were saying, these pips, I should be able to get materia from them. But I don't have the ability to do that yet. I think I'm missing the quest, maybe. Also, can I pin the comment in TikTok chat? Let me try something real quick. Hello, I'm a new FF14 player. Please give me tips. Smiley face. Yeah, it might be because I'm in the trial. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now where am I going? Search the area for footprints. This area? I'm just trying to maximize the amount of damage I can output so that way I'm more useful. Okay, I searched the area. Now what, world? Oh, I see. Is this? Footprints in the snow. This is the blizzard my parents are living in right now. Well, this isn't really a blizzard, but this is probably the snow they're living in right now. The blizzard's gonna come later, and even here, we're supposed to get ice. And don't tell the government, but Ronnie's really hoping her trip gets canceled so she can just stay here. That's not ominous at all. Is that just... That's probably red rock, but it looks like bloody snow. Do 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 do. So quiet, so peaceful. For us, it seems like it's gonna start tomorrow. Maybe we'll start today because it is raining. I purposely cleaned out our bird feeder and put fresh bird seed out. So I was like, I can't let you. Well, I was like, you guys can't come inside, but I gotta make sure my cardinals stocked up on fat and food to keep them healthy during this blizzard. So yeah, it'll be interesting. My parents are already getting it because they're obviously in Buffalo in the north. Is it underneath the bridge? Hello, Wedge. So cold, I want to go home. Hello. Please don't eat me. I'm not nearly as succulent as I look. It's all skin and bones underneath, I swear. Yo, also, so we watched Wake Up Dead Man, the new Knives Out movie. Also, I think I told you we watched Seven Psychopaths, but I've been telling people about that movie because it's really good. But I'm gonna start picking like a vocabulary word from Benoit Blanc's vocabulary list and just start throwing it in. Like, I'm like, I gotta start using like tawdry more often. It's you, thank goodness you're here. It's been awful. The Garleans were snapping at our heels like a hungry pack of wolves. I was so hell's bent on evading them, I almost ran headlong into a monster's gaping maw thrice. And when I finally found cover, it hit me how cold and hungry I was. Yeah, I maybe the message got lost. I thought I messaged you because the gif of Christopher Walken where they're doing the dream sequence about the shootout and he comes out of the coffin with the pistols and then he's like, he just blasts that guy. I can't believe that gif is not more easily available. It's a great gif. Biggs, he isn't here. He went off in a different direction to lure our pursuers away. Also, we've got to watch, I've got like 4 of the Best Picture nominees to check out. before I've watched all of them for this year. So that might be my weekend rainy situation between watching hockey games. It's me, Sid. Have you had any success? Track down Wedge. That's wonderful. Now what of Biggs? I see. Well, it hardly surprises me that the big fellow went off as he did. For all the tongue lashing he gives Wedge, he's always taking care of him. I've scoured the area surrounding the Darkhold, but have nothing to show for it. At any rate, we know for a fact that Biggs headed west with both Ida and Ishtola helping out. I'm sure he'll turn up soon. Now then, I'll make my way over to your position while keeping an eye out for Biggs. If memory serves, there should be an Ishgardian fortification not too far to the west, Monument Tower, I believe it's called. Meet me there. Oh, I almost gotta do like a stretching stream. I recently went up to doing 15-pound body. Well, I guess they're body weight workouts that I've been adding weights to, and my hamstrings are so tight. And then jogging today obviously did not improve that. If memory serves, okay, let's meet there. There, I hope. Was that Master Garland you spoke with? Okay, if you're in the TikTok chat, when you have that little blue circle near your name, where it's like a blue rectangle with a triangle in it that says 10, what does that mean? After 5 long years, thank goodness he's alive. It's so funny that Ronnie is sending me TikToks and not in the chat. She just has TikTok open. I'm feeling better now, Richard. Let's go to the monument and wait for the chief to arrive. Right, I'm under the bridge. I was like, what the heck? Where am I? Alright. But, like, I don't know. I can't really think of a better way to improve my FPS right now with the setup we've got. Because, well, at CMB, maybe you'll know. Right now, I have my streaming software open. That's my normal stuff. And I am, broadcasting to the places I normally broadcast to, but TikTok has its own studio, right? And right now I'm window capturing my vertical stream and sending it to TikTok. Would a virtual camera be less resource intensive than that? That's like a complicated question. That's probably too much to ask in that way. Alright. What the heck is something's really killing my FPS right now. Normally it stays around 40 for this. It's going down to like 18 at points. I guess it's loading new areas. Alright. Because I know people have complained about virtual camera stuff before, like it makes their computer lag. And a virtual camera, to use it in TikTok Studio, you have to have streamed 3 times for like half an hour or something before it activates, which is what I'm working on now. So that's why, if you're in TikTok, it's a little blurry. But you're also welcome. Well, Matt. Welcome, adventurer. What brings you to this frozen corner of the realm? Oh, it would seem your companion has caught a chill. Come and warm yourself by the fire. I'll bring you hot broth. He's struggling, man. How are we feeling now? Stay here as long as needed. The same goes for you, friend. 'Tis plain you have a hard journey ahead of you. You must find rest when you can. Complete. Alright. Also, like, I'm still learning about TikTok's UI. I don't really understand what it means when it, like, the difference between joined and having a viewer. Like, does that just mean they scrolled by and paused for a second? Hello, Wedge. Wedge is cold. We gotta help out our buddy. I'm fine now, thanks to you, but I can't bear to think that Biggs is still all alone in the cold with Garleans on his heels. He lured the enemy away for my sake, and now he's suffering for it. I hate to have to rely on you again, friend, but do you think you could search for Biggs? I haven't the slightest notion where he might be at the moment. Also, I see people are joining from my post, so thank you if you're popping in. Maybe, just maybe, the people here have seen something. Okay, so they could be watching, but they're not technically in yet. A Rogadian gentleman, dressed in the same manner as your companion. I'm sorry, but he did not come here. Let me think a moment. I would not raise your hopes unduly, but there is a cave situated a short distance to the south. We call it the Fury's Gaze, and it may be worthwhile to investigate. I make the suggestion only because your friend seems like a selfless sort. Rather than drawing the enemy to this tower, mayhap he elected to pass by. Oh, I was wondering why this arrow was here, and then it can move them. Wait, did I go out the wrong door or something? I did. I really struggle with pathfinding in this game, I think. I'm kind of really vibing with my all red gear right now. CMB, you were here for the fashion stuff last time, and the fashion minigame in the gold saucer. So, like, the way people were telling me to play that, were they saying, like, go to the gold saucer, get the fashion quest, and then you go hunt down the gear they want, and then you use Reddit to find the colors for it? Am I going the right way? I don't know. Oh, definitely not an OSHA compliant tower. No, I was definitely supposed to go. Yeah. Because the reason I was confused is because I was like, if I play this game, I'm going to not have the gear they need because I'm too new, you know? Should I jump? Whee! Oh, 1 HP. Okay. Hold on. Just let the HP recover for a second. Alright. We're back decently. I thought they were telling me to go up through the tower and onto like a platform, but they were telling me to go into this cave full of nightmares. Alright, we're gonna summon our Chocobo real quick. For combat Chocobo. And then I should have put Radiant Aegis up first. Alright. Retreat 3. And then we should be using our AoE because there's more than 3 enemies. This is what I've been told. Also, I should not stand in the deadly circle. Okay, get out there. And now I can use the cool fire one. Now this is annoying because of the plasmoids. There's just a lot of people in here who could do me harm. Alright. I died?! I wasn't paying attention! Aw, man! Yeah, but like, so the efficient pieces, you like, how do you get the pieces, I guess? Do you, like, are they dungeon things, or you do the dungeon over and over again and hope to get them? Do you just buy them? Alright. Take me back here. Damn, I really thought I was gonna be fine there. Alright. And there's not even a fast travel point over there. It's just depressing. Well, yeah, every week is different. But I mean, like, the way you get gear is not different. So it could be buying it, it could be rare gear from a dungeon. That's what I'm asking about, like. You know, is it just kind of a, like, you know, you hunt down the stuff you need when you don't have it? Okay, there should be a way through here. Buying from the market. Okay. Because I am big on the fashion part of this game. And it's tempting me to not just be a free user. But I'm also trying to be smart and not spend money when I don't need to. Especially because Ronnie and I, we're almost done with Tainted Grail. And then we've got to finish Digimon, what's it called? Digimon Time Stranger. And then Dragon Quest 1 and 2 for Ronnie and Dragon Quest 7 Remake. So I'm probably going to pre-order Dragon Quest 7 and pick up 1 and 2 at the same time. I'm excited to introduce Ronnie to more Dragon Quest. Yeah, well, so I really wanted Ronnie to be able to play as much Hades as she wanted. So I let her binge Hades because she had been waiting like all year for that, you know. And so we binged that and put all the stuff that, you know, we would have recorded on the back burner, which now means that we've got to catch up. Did I complete that quest and die at the same time? I think I did. What killed me? I thought I was doing okay. Hi, Wedge. Were you able to learn anything? Not in this area? Well, that stands to reason, I suppose. Seeing as he was trying to lure the Garleans away, but where within this vast area of snow and ice could he be? No, I haven't even heard of Banner Saga. What's that? We can't give up, Richard. We must find Biggs before he succumbs to the cold or is captured. There must be someone in this tower who can help us, even if it's only to tell us where else to look. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to put a note down for this. Banner Saga. I'm trying to make sure I don't forget about things that look cool now. Also, have you seen Lort? We should get a Lort group together. Me, you, Ronnie, and Cal. There must be someone in this tower who can help, even if it's only to tell us where to look. Ask them for me. Ask anyone who will listen and hurry. Biggs' chances of survival grow slimmer by the moment. Alright, up we go. Just hearing my chocobo stepping behind me is funny. Even higher? There they are. Your friend is lost in the wilderness, you say? If he's not to be found here, around here, or in the vicinity of Darkhold, is it possible he made for Whitbrim? Yeah, so Lord, I think it's like a Risk of Rain, but it's got like a lot of like millennial-esque memes and stuff in it. Like, like NL was playing it yesterday, and one of the weapons he picked up was called the Staff of Gooning. If he's not to be found around here or in the vicinity of Darkhold, is it possible he made for Whitebrim? But basically, it's kind of got the Night Rain, path on it. You have 3 days, you have the power level, you go fight the boss, you escape, you go to the next map. But it has a co-op of up to 8 players. To reach it, one must travel through the Niffin Pass, the southern end of which lies to the north and east of here. Yeah, I wanted to play more Raven's Watch too. And so does Ronnie, so we could definitely do that. We just really... Okay, so here's our dream. Our office goes, you know, to there. The desk does not go that far, obviously. I really, really, really want to buy a desk that spans our whole office. Ronnie really wants to look for a house instead of an apartment, which I agree with. I just don't think we're going to be able to afford it this year. So she does not want to buy a desk that could possibly be hard to move if we're going to move in 6 months. But I want to buy that desk so we can build her at least a budget PC and get her own setup, and then we can play games more comfortably instead of packing me and her into this tiny square we live in when we record and stream and stuff together. And if we could get her own setup for Raven's Watch, it would literally change our life, you know? Alright. I make no guarantees that your search will bear fruit. It is surely better than worrying and idleness. I wish you luck. Oh, and one more thing. Do tread warily when climbing the stairs here. Not a moment ago, I broke my neck when I slipped and took a tumble. So the difficulty in our, like, playing Raven's Watch together right now is that we have 3 monitors. When we want to play Raven's Watch, we plug Ronnie's Switch into our monitor that's over here. Put that one on that. We capture that in OBS. I have my overlay with our gameplay and everything. It's like a whole thing just to set it up. Alright. Did he tell me to go up or out? He told me to go out. But he also said don't break your neck, but I'm gonna do it. Whee! Hello. Wedge, did you see that? Alright, Chocobo. Remember I have my... Oh wait, I never summoned Carbuncle. We'll summon Carbuncle when we get off. I know this is probably like copper or something, but if you came across this in the snow, you'd probably freak out. Alright, boop. Summon Carbuncle. Yo, Ida is ready to throw down. 48. I am under-leveled for this. Let's try it. Our orders are to take you back dead or alive. Which will it be, engineer? Why don't you come and find out, Tinhead? Also, Richard, is well that you're here. The situation is grave. Biggs is in a bad way. We need to do something right now. Ida has the right of it. He will perish if we delay. With me. He's not alone. Kill them all. Alright, Radiant Aegis. Hit him with that. Hit him with that. Start taking out the background people. Are any of these healers? Yo, Sagittarius, they're my star sign. Alright, hit him with that. Oh shit, I didn't lock this. Ah! What the hell? They got a Gundam. Stay close to Biggs. Where the heck is Biggs? Biggs! I'm coming! Alright, probably already messed this one up. Where did he go? There he is. Biggs! Stop moving! I'm gonna have to fix my UI after this. Biggs? Can you stay in one place? What the heck? They've chained me. Stop that. How do I? Get him. Hit him with that. How's Biggs looking? Did we do it? All right, that was a little disoriented that whole time. My thanks. Another moment and I would have. Easy peasy. He has been too long in the cold. We must find shelter for him. What is my watch telling me? 19 heart points away from the American Heart Association's weekly recommendations. Monument Tower, you say? Very well, Ida, and I shall bear with him in all haste. Sid will be so happy to see Biggs and Wedge again. I love reunions. Okay, hold on. Now let's fix this. We want Ruin 2. I had something else there, I think. Ruin. Okay, no, it was Gemshine. Then it was Aether Charge. I thought Pain Flare, Fester. I feel like I'm missing something. I think we're okay. Maybe. Alright. We ride. Also, I just got to the part in Rhythm of War where Adolin turns himself in to be tried by the stinky honors friend. I've really been on a roll with the audiobook for that lately. I don't care about your fate. I just want to make it back to where I'm supposed to be. And I should probably look at the map for that. Is there a shortcut through here? Help. Oh, no. Leave me alone, mud puppy. Ah! He's by far my favorite character. Like, I like Kaladin. I find Syl mostly annoying. I understand why she exists and her benefit and, like, her character arc and stuff. Her personality would drive me slightly insane. But, you know, she's chill. I cannot thank you enough, Richard, and the same goes for you. I thank you all so much. Oh, don't mention it. We are a family, are we not? Well, yes, I just didn't think I'd ever see him again. I owed a lot of you my life. You saved Wedges too, Richard. I'm losing count of how many I owe you. Biggs, Wedge, gods, it's good to see the two of you again. Chief, it's you. It's really you. In our hearts, we knew you were still alive, but to finally see you in the flesh. When Alphanod told me of the raid on the Waking Sands, I feared the worst would happen. The enemy struck with nary a warning. We didn't stand a chance. Wedge and I were in the workshop when they came, but we knew what was happening. The Imperials had us at gunpoint. It must have been awful. There's one thing I don't understand, though. How did the Garleans get there so fast? I mean, the immortal flames should have seen them coming, right? I myself have asked the same question. That day, when I returned to the carnage at the Waking Sands, I noted aught amiss in the horizon. Nothing at all to suggest the passing of an Imperial force. Far from it, I included the Garleans came neither by land nor by air. Nay, they were born there by potent teleportation magics, the kind used by the Askians. Carry on. We were bound and blindfolded and bundled into the cargo bay of a waiting airship. I can't really say how long we were abroad, but when the time came for us to disembark, we found ourselves in the midst of an Imperial stronghold. Upon arrival, we were marched off into the main complex. Biggs and I were thrown into the detainment cell together. When Mephilia and the others were taken elsewhere, that was the last we heard from them. Castrium Sentry. Alright, I have a question. And if you're just scrolling, if you're lurking at TikTok, it's totally fine. I'm confused. There's this, like, wave at the viewer thing. Do people actually like that? Like, when I'm lurking, I don't want to be called out, you know? What happened next? Well, we were held in isolation for what felt like years, but probably moons, or maybe only weeks, and then without warning, the Imperials collected the pair of us. They collected the pair of us, put us on another vessel, which we were bound for Garlemald. Much to our dread, we knew that if we were taken back there, we weren't likely to leave again. So risky though it was, we sabotaged the ship's altitude control, and thereby forced an emergency landing, and in the midst of the ensuing chaos, we managed to slip our captors. The rest is, as they say, history. If I didn't know better, I'd call that a likely story. Sabotaging the altitude controls of an airborne vessel, that will have been Biggs' handiwork. Like it or not, you were always resourceful in a tight spot, my friend. Hold on, my watch is yelling at me. Okay. Richard, thank you for returning to my dear assistance. It would seem I owe you a debt of gratitude. There are many other questions in my mind, but the answers can wait, and others still wait for rescue. All right, you lot. Garlean Ironworks is back in business. Let's go and give the Imperials what for. Hurrah. Complete. All right. I gotta do one thing before we keep playing. Give me a second. Gotta make sure I pin my comment to my YouTube short that just went live. Pop in there. Do that, do that, do that. Bam, 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 bam. And we should be good to go in just a second. Alright. And then let me just get my dashboard back up. Okay. Go back in here. Back in here, back in here, back in here. And there we go. Alright. Sorry. Alright. Sid, what more do you have to say to me? Thanks to you, Biggest and Wedge are with us again. Now we must find a way to rescue Minfilia and the others. Gods know we kept them waiting for too long. Based on what we've learned, I believe it's safe to say they're being held at Castrum Sentry. So let us convene at Revenant's Toll in Mordona. 'Tis a good place as any, and a better place than most. The road leading east and south will get you there. When we arrive, let us seek the advice of our local adventurers, bound to learn a thing or two that will benefit our mission. Now, this quest actually takes me to where they want me to go. So this is perfect because I've been trying to figure out how the heck to get there. So at Revenant's Toll. So if I want to go that way, I need to head this way, maybe? Why does my map always open off center? Is it because it's focusing on where I am as opposed to where I want to be? Okay, so we want to go. Holy crap. Unattuned. We have been here though. So take me here and then I'll figure out my way from there. Now, we haven't been in like a heavily populated area, so it will probably be FPS nightmare for streaming, but we make do with what we got right now. Oops. So I want to go this way. And we can at least start getting these crystals out of the way. Leave me alone! I'm not here for violence. I'm here to travel. So that's Twinkle Twinkle, Twin-Tongued. Wow, this is gonna be really bad for my FPS. I can already tell. Bear with me if you're lurking. Alright, step one. We've made it here. Back on the Chocobo, we ride to glory. Flame recruit. Right, I forgot I joined like a faction in this game. That doesn't really matter, but like, I did it. Why are you guys aggressive? Why do you hate me? Are we going into enemy territory? Is that what's happening? Because we just fought these things for the other quest. Just leave me alone, enemies. Alright, seems okay. Alright. So here, that's where we need to be. Is there a crystal there? There is. And then is there a crystal here? No. I'm trying to get better and into the habit of looking at the world map when I come into an area, so that way I can get the look at the crystals on the map. Don't attack me. Just let me make it to this crystal. I don't want to have to come all this way back. I thought these doors were going to be locked to me, and I was sad. Okay, we peel off this way. What do these pins mean? Do these mean doors? The pins on the map, I mean. Hello, everybody. You guys, you didn't see anything. Alright. Yeah, like I know if you're in the vertical streams you can't see it, but these pins on the map, I'm assuming those mean doorways or like passageways. Ah! Leave me alone. This is a dangerous area. They did tell me if I tried to do this yesterday I'd probably die, but now it's the main quest, so. Yo, Harmony. Bonjour. Comment ça va? Or, ça va, I guess it's smarter. Okay, I've made it. I've made it to a new save point that will probably be busy. Alright. We've made progress. Oh, a new update for my streaming software? Hold on. Customized chat layout. Nice. Your heat is on, your windows are frosted like that. Yeah, I mean, you would not have been in a good place if they had not fixed your heat. And it's crazy that they even gave you issues about it because knowing how bad the storm is and gonna be and continue to be. Alright. Main plot. Should talk to you. I mean, like, we're in the south, and we are expected to get, snow, you know? Or ice, not snow. So, if we're gonna get it, you're gonna definitely get it 100 times worse. My parents are gonna get really bad, too. Alright, this is gonna be a long trip, but I've been waiting days to do this quest. I do gotta start unlocking the chocobo dye kits and stuff. I want a blue chocobo really bad. Alright, before we do anything else here, talk to the chocobo border. hello. And we haven't repaired our gear in a second. And speak with, yeah, this is the guy. Ah, Amitra, I suspected you would make an appearance before long, and I presume this fine gentleman is the new summoner I've heard so much about. Yes, hopefully the first of many. Now pray tell me, Rambros, has the discovery of Allagan made evoker attire been confirmed? It has, truly a historic find. Then I would ask a boon of you, my friend. You recall the predicament of which I spoke. Our chances of survival would be greatly improved if you would consider allowing Richard to wear the Allagan garments. Also, Harmony, what do you think of my guy's outfit right now? I kind of like this. I'm starting to get far enough into the game where I could have like fashion souls going on. He's a summoner after all. I must confess to no small degree of scholarly curiosity as to the effect of the attire. Very fancy vampire. You're right, it is kind of fancy vampire. I would have it be maybe closer to her blue if I could. But I could dye it, but I'm so early on and stuff, like I haven't really found like a kit that I like enough to make like a full outfit around. I don't know if you were here when I got the pink jacket I was wearing though in this game that I really liked. These finds are, however, the result of much sweat and even a few tears on the part of the excavation team. 'Tis a frustrating task at times, and I fear I will be loath to part with the garments without some measure of recompense for their efforts. Allow me, though, to offer a solution. Metallic monstrosity of Allagan construction, known as Mirrorites, have risen from the dig sites scattered across Mordona. Needless to say, they pose a dangerous threat to the excavators. I suggest you speak with my 3 field researchers and dispose of any such nasty hindrances in their work. I dare say they will gladly surrender the pieces of attire they hold. Once I have confirmed our dig sites are suitably empty of armored horrors, I will see you rewarded with a garment that I myself recovered from the ruins. CMB, are you back? I'm thinking aloud if you're not back, but I was just wondering, could I, and anybody else who's lurking across the plethora of chats, most of the time I choose to play games on PlayStation because it works as a stream machine. Now, I don't want to play Final Fantasy XIV on PlayStation because I don't want to use a controller with it. But could I use a keyboard and mouse that is wireless with the PlayStation? Does that work? I've never thought about this. Alright. Okay, so now we gotta go all the way down there. Because that would really help my CPU. Maybe I should fight my way through these guys instead of just running through. In order to... Is this control? It is. In order to level up a bit. We're falling behind on that. You missed, you nerd. I mean, he's giving me 2,000 XP. That's not nothing. I have to. It sucks that I have to like resummon my Chocobo. I wonder why they set it up that way. Probably chain 1. So I'm killing multiple of them in a row. Probably in order to save resources if you go away AFK. Get him. Oh man, it went down to 8 for a second. Ah. All right. I mean, these guys are definitely worth it. What? So is chain bonus? Is that giving me XP? You missed. Get hit with the yield force lightning. Onwards. Muddled researcher. A mirror knight lurks just over yonder. I can scarce think straight with that thing wandering about. Oh gods, it approaches. You couldn't let me like warm up into the fight game? Hit him with that. Luna! Hello! Do you require attention? Wait, why am I using the AoE spell? I'm dumb. Hold on. Little kitty, come here. I know. Mom's not here. And I'm staring at the computer, and you're grumpy. But you could be held like this. She's like, put me down. All right. Hold on. Relax. But Luna, if you're lucky, your mom's flight will get canceled, and then you will have both of us for like 3 days without us leaving. We will leave tonight, though, because we got to get supplies. I'm out of tea, which is basically the end of the world for me. You have my thanks. I might be able to concentrate on my tasks. If I'm not mistaken, you were in search of the Evoker's attire. I have one of its wondrous pieces right here. You're most welcome to it. She's supposed to go to a conference in DC. For work. Can you get your tail out of my water, you jerk? Luna, I ran 3 miles this morning. You're making it hard for me to hydrate. Hold on, I gotta rearrange my desk because this cat. But yeah, she's supposed to travel, but we're supposed to get ice right around that time, and she doesn't really want to go. So if she gets lucky, oh no! Now I got the leather pants with the with the burgundy drip. All right, bye, Luna. It was nice to see you for a little bit. I'm sure I'll see you while I'm cleaning later. Okay. Now we gotta go this way. Get her. I gotta finish this quest because I gotta get the rest of this outfit so I don't look like a dweeb anymore. We should bring back hats like this, though. They're pretty sick. They would never fit over my hair, though. Could start like a specialty, like, you know, people with big hair company to make hats like this. Praise the gods. Rambros said an adventurer would be along. Please, you must destroy that horrid construction. Get him. I was like, where are they hiding? They were part of the wall. Thank you for eliminating the source of my recent nightmares. I do not ordinarily stutter, so you see, but abject terror has had effect on folks. Now I hear from Imitra that you have need of this elegant garment. I should be glad to see it put to some practical use. Alright, more. Let's... What does this look like? What did you give me? Oh, you gave me the hand part. I thought you just gave me like sleeves for a second. You imagine if you had to buy your sleeves separately from the rest of your clothing? It would allow for a lot more customization, but it would also be so funny if you couldn't afford your sleeves. Alright, next up. I'm gonna get rid of this guy first, just because he seems like he could get involved in the fight, and I don't really want that. Okay. Mirror Knights, yes, they have become quite bothersome. I would be most appreciative were you to eliminate the creaking pests that have been plaguing me as of late. Square up. You don't want none of this. Fascinating. I never thought I would be fortunate enough to observe conflict against the elegant construction at such close quarters. Yeah. Also, Harmony, if you're still chilling, I feel like you would like our... Oh my god. This cute little unicorn down here. You're just a cutie. I got disoriented looking for my water because I moved it for Luna. Hey! Thanks for the like and the well wishes. I'm having a good time in 14. I'm trying not to rush it. You know, there's so much content. I'm just trying to learn and play as I go along. The Pride Unicorn. I forgot about that, Harmony. Okay, I got the... Oh my god. I mean, the outfit, I think it'll look cool when I have the whole thing put together. I just gotta get there. Alright, on to the next one. I have an idea on how to make this stream a little smoother next time too. I'm excited now to do some research. Champion of my researcher returns. That's what I'm hearing, and so I'm a Final Fantasy fan. I love JRPGs. The first half of A Realm Reborn, I was like, it's fine. I'm having a good time. But, like, it was a little slow. And then I got the Garuda, and I was like, hell yeah. With the ruins now free of Mirror Knights, and excavations can proceed at a far more satisfying pace, trembling in fear of one's life makes it astonishingly difficult to handle ancient artifacts that have a tendency to crumble into dust. You have performed a valuable duty, and as promised, you shall have the summoner's garment uncovered by my own hands. Yes, Imitra mentioned she would await you at Opkalu Falls. There's no doubt in her mind you would succeed here. So, let's get this. Oh, what? They didn't give me a jacket? I want a shirt. What am I wearing on my head? This is like some Monster Hunter gear right here. Okay. Now go back to them. Yeah, so I didn't realize that it was a rebuilt version of stuff, Lorgan, until I started, which is cool to know. Summoner Horn. Wait. I have to fast travel. Right, I can only go down here. Yeah. Yeah. And it's great. You know, it scratches my itch of number go up, be happy. So if you have tips, feel free to share them. Wait, take me up here. Okay, CMB, you're back. I have a question for you that you might not know the answer to. But I thought about this while you were gone, and I was like, wait a second, this might fix everything. It's a classic, the Summoner Horn. So that was... Okay, so my first question is, if I download Final Fantasy XIV on PS5, will my save be there? Tips are many. Don't want to... Yeah, no spoilers. When I have questions, I just kind of throw it out to the world. Like earlier, I didn't know how to make my UI hotbar smaller. We figured that out, which was nice. This was how the summoners of old were clad, more or less. It is unfortunate that the ruins have yet to surrender the final piece of the suns. These garments aside, from the coloring, they are identical to the garb Christian wore. He will find no edge in victory against you through his equipment. When next you face that murderous cad, victory will be decided purely by who is the more talented summoner. Okay, so crossplay we think exists. My second question is, can I use a wireless mouse and keyboard or just a mouse and keyboard with a PlayStation? Because, like I said, the choke point is my CPU because I'm multi-streaming. That's where the FPS drops are coming from. So if I download it on PS5 and just use a wireless mouse and keyboard, the PS5 becomes a stream machine. These are on game servers. Your HD has your UI. So my characters are on game servers. Okay. So I should be able to cross-platform it. Harmony, you said, make me choose. Live with 6 people and have to share one bathroom, or live with 6 people but all share the same food in the fridge. Probably share the food because I can go out and eat, but if I need a bathroom, then I have to really search for a bathroom. I think the downside of having to buy more food out of the house is less annoying than the downside of when you need a bathroom, you need a bathroom. All players share the same world, but platform-specific restrictions. Okay, wait. All players share the same world, platform-specific restrictions apply. So that means I can't play my same character on PS5? Is that what I'm understanding correctly? He will find no edge against you through his equipment when next you face the murderous cat. To that end, this time you drew on the fickle experience. Yeah, Harmony, that's a really difficult choice, but do you know how long it takes to wash these curls? Well, you also have curly hair, so, but, you know, it's a lot. Old? Old arcade is here. I am old. Hi, Cheese Moose. Okay, so like if I were, I see. So I like if I wasn't in the free trial, I would have to buy the PS5 key. Makes sense. 2 platforms, 2 games, but the account is the same. Yeah. Okay, cool. I haven't really taken too close of a look at your hair, Harmony, so I threw that out there without thinking about it. But I am jealous, Harmony, of your beard, like I said. Mine's shitty. Alright. It's time we drew on the experience, the primal, blah 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 blah. It is daunting to imagine an edgy, born of the Lady of the Vortex. Such unpredictable ferocity should serve you well. I will search for a suitable, airy location in which to perform the austerities of wind. You, my dear summoner, must needs prepare yourself, body and mind, for the trials ahead. I shall be waiting. I can't believe I didn't get a chest piece for the summoner gear. This makes me sad. Austerities of wind. Level 50 for that. Okay. I'm gonna be walking around looking like a dweeb. Alright, let's keep this going. Also, for everyone who's hanging out, I'm probably gonna go a half hour more. Minimum. Like, I'm having a good time, but I told myself I was gonna vacuum my office, our bedroom, and get all the cleaning stuff done, so that way, when the storm hits, I could just be cozy. So this gives me Summon Garuda and Emerald Summoning Master. Okay. I sense Garuda's restless essence railing within the confines of your etheric channels. It's time we granted it release with the austerities of wind. Thankfully, I already have in mind a location that well suits our elemental purposes. You are familiar with the floating city of Nim and Outer La Nocia. As you might imagine, the aspect of wind is entirely dominant in the area of those suspended isles. Pray, make your way there as soon as you feel prepared. I'm quite excited. She always stands with such a jaunty pose. Alright, we're going over here. Going to Camp Overlook. I was asking people, no worries about the looks. Yeah. I set up some glamours. I just like to get the full kits and put them on, and it's just so fun. I mostly understand how glamours work, I think. Alright. But yeah, so then my second question is, I don't know if you mentioned it, CMB. Does mouse and keyboard work with PS5? Could I get a wireless one and then use my PS5 as a second CPU to make this run smoother? Hello, dinosaurs. In theory, it should work. Well, because the reason I'm worried about it, and I'm gonna double check, is my friend bought a TV recently, and he wanted to use a mouse and keyboard with it for when he was scrolling on YouTube, and his TV specifically has a built-in function, that it doesn't work, and so I think PS5 doesn't limit you to that. But yeah. I don't want to play on PS5 if I can't use mouse and keyboard. But, like you said, it seems like you can, Logrin. And I think that would really, make my life easier. So I'm going to look into that after this. Alright, shall we begin? I assume, that as this is your third such experience, you have by now grown familiar with the steps of the ritual. Thus, as before, I would have you concentrate on shifting your etheric balance. Imagine the energy within you howling through your veins, an incessant gale of screaming wrath. Garuda's essence will be only too eager to harness those raging currents. I tried the controller config on PC and I was so confused. But also, I could probably get used to it. The controller I've never been able to get used to is the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons. I think Joy-Cons are proof that aliens walk among us and they are designing game controllers. It does not make any sense to me. Garuda's essence will only be too eager to harness those raging currents and shape them into a worldly avatar. Once Garuda Edgy has appeared, it falls to you to tame its fury. I'm under-leveled for this, let's try it. It can only be scared of my summoner horn, right? Hold on, zoom out. I'm a little close. Hit him with that. Oh, shit. Alright, I should be using Surecast more often. That's something I should get in the habit of. Carbuncle, get in there. Leave me alone! Stop bullying me. Oh god! Thank you, healer. Stay out of the AoE death circles. I should get rid of the little guys as well. Pop that. Pop that. Oh shit! It knocked me out of the arena. All right, now get them. There was a few moments of fear there, but we got it. What in the clear obscure OST? It's the music in 14 goes crazy. No worries, +5 levels is quite fine. +7 works too, but you get some resists. Okay. It's more about being mentally engaged, probably, right? Alright. Let's chat with you some more. Masterfully done, Richard. Garuda Edgy's power is now yours to wield. Your aptitude for the art of summoning has exceeded my highest expectations. I could honestly not have found a more valuable partner for my research. Let us return to Apkalu Falls. I'm sure you must be exhausted after this ordeal. Lady, can you make it easier for me? We're right here. We could have just chatted. I don't want to be in this fate. I can also use the slide casting feature. To get extra mobility, but something that... Okay, wait. The slide casting feature. When you cast a spell or ability, about 3/4 cast bar is done, you can move. Oh, okay, so once the timer ticks up, if it's about 3/4, I can get a little movement in there. Allows you to get some extra mobility. Okay. That's the sauce. That's good to know. Also, my friend John has a Steam Deck, and he's been playing the game with friends more, so in future streams, he might also be popping in to hang out with anyone who wants to chill in Final Fantasy universe. Fuzzy-ish amount of time before the cast ends. Longer casts are obviously going to have the bar go up more before you can move. Yeah, so it's spell dependent, but if you time it right, you can get a little cheesy movement in it. A little over 3/4. I see you sent me a link on Steam or Discord, CMB. With the addition of Garuda Edgy, you now command 3 powerful avatars. If you have no doubt realized, each of these entities has a particular role in which it excels. Garuda is unleashing magic to strike down distant foes. I must admit that to feeling equal parts joy and apprehension at how faithfully the summoned beings display the original Primal's volatile disposition. Experiment with your allies, and the most effective use of their individual abilities will soon become clear. With such mastery of the art at your disposal, I shall almost pity Tristan when he next chooses to confront you. Before that time comes, however, I will endeavor to pierce this mystery of his motivations. May your discoveries bring you new confidence, Richard. The horn is so good. Oh, God. I don't know why that smiley face CMB is different from the one with the bracket. Like yours is the bracket, but the rounded parenthetical. There's something more threatening about yours with the bracket. It's like a smirk that's like, haha, I'm getting away with bullshit, you know? Yeah, that one's more friendly. I don't know why. Okay. So now we've got this. I promise I mean well. I would hope so. You're playing like the longest con ever. We've known each other for like 4 years now, even though we've never met in person. And one day you just are like, I'm evil. Yeah, one is evil and one is mwahaha, for sure. But it's like the mwahaha from that TikTok sound. Where it's Rukia from Bleach. Okay, wait. We got Summon Garuda, which is this. But what was the other ability that they had in there? Oh. Sure cast? Summon Emerald. Oh, it's just this. This just lets me do the Garuda thing, right? Is that what it is? Alright. Take me Okay. Yeah, so that's like, you unlock this ability, which unlock this skill, which you can put on your hotbar. Alright. Let's get this started. Slaffborn is a crazy name. Well met. What brings you to Revenant's Toll? Did I hear you rightly? Your friends are being held captive at Castrum Sentry and you want to rescue them. I don't mean to discourage you, but that might prove difficult. The stronghold has been high alert of late, with armored patrols seen about the perimeter around the clock. Not even a fly could get within 100 yalms of a wall undetected. If the Garleans were alerted to our coming, we cannot know what they will do to Minfilia and the others. We must act with the greatest stealth. It has to be good old-fashioned infiltration. But with security so tight, how are we going to smuggle ourselves in? I have a mind to walk through the front door. The front door? Alright, we'll disguise ourselves as Imperial troops and march right in. For this, we'll need a few sets of Imperial uniforms, a suit of Magitech armor, and impeccable timing. That's a bold strategy. He's got the Kenobi from the Kenobi series plan set up. It might just work. Where are we? There's certainly no shortage of opportunities to borrow that equipment. Knowing those Imperial bastards, they won't even suspect that we savage Eorzeans would think to use their tech. Then it's settled. If you're determined to go ahead with this, I'd recommend you speak with Glamont. That fellow's got a personal grudge against the Empire and happens to know a deal about Castrum Sentry besides. I've no doubt that he'd want to be of aid. Ida and I shall go to reconnoiter Garlean activity at the stronghold. It would not do if something were to befall our comrades before we had the chance to act. Come and join us when you're ready. Sometimes I wonder, are there ever times when you are not enthused? If nothing, I'm nothing if not enthused, Ishtola, and you're beginning to remind me of Papa Limo. It's crazy. Papa Limo, even before I had even considered playing Final Fantasy XIV, Papa Limo, I guess it's not that weird because I play a lot of Final Fantasies. Papa Limo had reached me. I had heard word of Papa Limo existing. Alright. So. Where are we going? Over here. Looking for Glamont, are you? Well, you found them, whoever you are. If you're looking to get inside Castrum Sentry and you need my help, tells me something we're gonna get along just fine. Hell yeah, level 47. So you have friends at Castrum Sentry. What want for rescue? The Slaffborn knows me too well. You can count on my help. I've got a score to settle with the Imperials, and I never pass on leveling like crazy. I never pass on the opportunity to go back to the Horse Sons, but enough talk about me. Let's talk about strategy. I do nothing of Final Fantasy other than it existed before 14, started years ago. Yeah, I'm an old school RuneScape player, but I've played 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 15, 1, 2, 3, and I plan on starting 4, hopefully this weekend. Got a score to settle with them. Rescuing folk from captivity. Yeah. But the world, they've done a really good job. And if you have played the other games, they've incorporated stuff too. So it's like welcoming and it has benefits for older fans. Yeah. Rescuing folk from captivity is a right delicate business. A single oversight, just one little blunder, and it's all over. You can't leave any room for uncertainty. For starters, you need to confirm beyond a doubt that your friends are where they think you. I cannot read. where you think they are. You don't want to risk their neck only to discover they've been moved elsewhere, but how can you find out, you ask? By following these instructions. Yeah, so I do want to play Tactics soon, CMB, which is 12. You know, ranking my Final Fantasies, it's 7, 8, 12, 10, 15, 3, 2, 1, 13 probably in order. Side story content is good. Crossplay with other games or adds significant lore. Okay, and so doing like the side quest even adds depth to everything. That's one of the problems. Like sometimes when so on YouTube, my girlfriend and I record a lot of stuff together that we just want to play, and like our reactions to it. And sometimes we're doing side quests because we can't help ourselves. Like we are addicted to side quests, and while we're doing it, we can't we're like, this is interesting, but it's not feeding back into the main story in any way. It's not like that it has to do that, but when side quests weave into the main story, it feels more natural, like why you would drop everything to do this thing, you know? If you approach Sentry from the east, you see swampland to your left called the Tangle. Get in there, never mind all the marbles, and navigate to the southwest corner. You come upon some drainage pipes coming down from the stronghold. Don't ask me how I know, but one of them leads back to the command towers. If you listen closely, you might be able to eavesdrop on some of the happenings within. Looking at the blue quest icons with the plus sign. Yeah. I did a couple of the job ones. What I was kind of maybe planning to do was power through the main story quest and then walk around and get a bunch of the blue ones for fun as like a long casual stream, but I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure what my plans entail, I guess is what I'm saying. You come upon some drainage pipes coming down from the stronghold. Don't ask me how I know. One of them leads to the command tower. Once we know for certain your friends are there, we'll move to the next stage. Get going and Godspeed. Alright. And if you're ever in chat and I just walk by a blue one, point it out to me, because I'll grab it. I get overwhelmed and will miss stuff on the map, for sure. Alright, so we're not going to go too much longer. We are going to get maybe over to where this part is and then stop. And then I'm going to figure out how to get this to work on my PlayStation with a keyboard and mouse instead. And next time, we will have way more PC processing power. I think this is the way, in the words of the Mandalorian. Blue is unlocked. Yeah. Yeah, if I need to pay more attention to the map, and when I see the blue, do it. I have a bad brain for stuff like this because the way my brain works is like hyper focus on one thing and get it done. Okay, hold on. Get out here, buddy. Which, like, in games where, like, they give you quests that are too hard early, and then you come back to them later, really screws me, because I get very frustrated and stuck on them. If you scroll map back, you see one. Yeah, this one. Okay. So here's the plan. We're going to go over here. We're going to knock this out. Then, we're going to go over here. We're going to grab this, see what it entails, and that'll be a nice natural wrap up. Also, I should pay more attention to the blue because blue is my favorite color. So it should stand out to me. Lentic Mud Puppy. What does lentic mean? Well, I don't love this. Let's go around the other way. Okay, maybe we can't. They're made of lentils. Honestly, I wish I liked lentils more. I've been trying to eat more stuff like that. And I just can't get into lentils. If they're like in something else, I can kind of deal with it, but... Alright. Get out of here. Get AoE'd, you nerds. Who are you attacking? I don't love that you're just chilling there. So, take this. You big... No, not you, Luna. Okay. You know what? Just go sicko mode. Get out of here. Yeah. It's a... I've like participated in a couple fates. I actually think they're cool ideas, but I'm just trying to clear out the area so I don't get ganked from behind. Alright, now for the big boy. Just not, yeah, Lucia, just not an ideal time for that fate. Alright. Can you guys just make some room? Never mind. We're just gonna do, I mean, I know it's only got a minute and a half left, but I guess let's beat this guy up. Yeah. More bulls from, oh shit. I'm in the bad place. From classic Final Fantasies, they're mean. I'm just gonna hang out until this one's over and farm some XP. I was more worried, Cheese Whiz, about the Morble and then getting ganked by these guys from behind than anything. I keep figuring this is control too now. Oh shit. They have such a big AoE attack. This is not a safe place to stand. Okay. Fate failed. Whatever. Get out of here. I meant to click on heal, not the other one. They're good additional XP. Standing is not. Yeah, I am trying to make sure my Chocobo levels up so they can carry me. Hello? Oh. You missed with your fart clouds, Stinky. Yeah, I want to get to the point in the gold saucer where I can make my chocobo blue. I think I have to do gold saucer stuff. Hello, little guys. Get out of here. I can't click on the right guy. I had to tab over to him. Eavesdrop. You need to feed him specific fruit. You need a house, an apartment, and a bunch of expensive fruits. Yeah, the chocobo, as you level them, obviously they kind of become like your own personal tank. They don't take damage. They're like your secondary DPS, I guess is right. More close. The whole webpage just for chocobo colors. You need to remember where you put your chocobo. What of the captive does she still refuse to speak? She may as well be deaf mute for all the information we've gotten out of her. The others aren't much better. The Elzen gets on my nerves most of all. He opens his mouth, it's only to spout gibberish. I do wonder why is the Tribuna so obsessed with Minfilia women. The bonuses help them get closer to you, but they're always strong relative to your own item level. Yeah, but just having like another DPS if you're not playing with other people is nice. They say she possesses some mystical power, something we Garleans don't have. Mystical power, like the kind beastmen use? How am I supposed to bloody know? If you're so curious, why don't you ask the Tribunus yourself? As well, try to tumble her. I like my head where it is. Thank you very much. Our break is over. Best we get back to our stations. The footfalls grow fainter until all is silent. Okay. And then we'll just teleport back. I mean, but not everything has to be optimized, Cheese Whiz. Like, sometimes you just want the chocobo to be there because we like chocobos. Where is it? Alphanod, we haven't talked in a little while. The tank stance. 'Tis good to see you again, Richard. I'm given to understand that you've conducted some reconnaissance. Tell me, what were you able to learn? So, Minfilia and the others are indeed at Castrum Sentry. Their presence thus confirmed. We may proceed with the mission. While you were afield, Sid took me the liberty of devising a plan. Pray have the details from him. Alright, Sid, what do you got for me? Good work, Richard. As Alphanod has already told you, we've plotted out a course for the rescue. The gist of it is unchanged. We disguise ourselves as Imperial soldiers and infiltrate the stronghold. Glamont is looking into ways to procure Magitech of his armor. In the meantime, I need your assistance for some preparation. Free heal and heal stance are all you need. But I just like the aesthetic of having my wild animal friend beside me. Minfilia and the others are counting on us, Richard. Let's not keep them waiting any longer. Yeah, I'm not saying it doesn't change. It's not that important. With Chocobo Healer, it gives good survivability. Cannot use it in instances, so there's some limitations. While Glava goes about devising plans, we need to see some preparation of our own. It wouldn't do the Imperials were to discover that they're shot in armor. To prevent this from happening, I'm going to put together a makeshift communications jamming device. The explanation is like to get a bit technical, so bear with me. Imperial forces communicate at distance via electromagnetic waves. Simply put, voices are born upon etheric lightning energy that permeates the air. Now, the hill-sized corrupted crystals. Tavin? Wait, what? RN? Right now? What are you talking about? Hello, welcome to the TikTok chat. Your Chocobo is max rank, it does decent damage, to be honest. Making use of this proper ability, we should be able to drown out Imperial forces. To ensure we have enough amplification, we must identify the most potent crystals among the cluster. For this, I need you to go there and use this device to take readings. I'll mark the likely places on your map. Plasmoids are drawn to lightning energy. Don't be surprised if you run into a few. Alright, now, to wrap up, we're going over here, and we're gonna grab this quest, and then next time we'll start with this blue unlock. Oh, hold on. Important text message. Okay, life got better for me. With this text message I just got. Parappa the wrap-up. I swear in your, you've got some, like 6 cents for puns, Cheese Whiz. I'm bad at them. All mine become innuendos or double entendres. Lightning sprite. Double Nintendos. I don't even like one Nintendo. They're probably my least favorite company of stuff. like you know, gaming company. The Adventurers Guild representative is local levy quests. Oh, another adventurer soul. Welcome to St. Koinox Find. I am Kalitai of the Adventurers Guild. Yeah, we'll knock it out. Why not? Not right now. We'll knock it out next time. It's my responsibility as Levmet to recruit hardworking, industrious men and women to fulfill the guides of many contracts. Be advised that these contracts can be quite demanding, and we cannot afford to assign work to the unqualified. Many of my levies would require you to travel far from the safety of this encampment. The creatures which roam Mordana are not to be trifled with, and I have no desire to send you to your doom. Therefore, I will evaluate based on your ability to complete a battlecraft levy. Oh, and you should know that I was selected for this post due to my military experience. Do not expect your trial to be an easy one. Yeah, I did a couple earlier. Might as well take it. But, you know, at some point, I'm going to have to knock it off the map. Okay. So. This is where we're going to wrap up. Oh, wait, sorry, she's still talking. Once you've sufficiently weakened your quarry, cease your attacks and attempt to soothe it. You must take care when attempting to do so. If the attempt fails, the beast may be driven into a frenzy for a final time. Okay, so I have to weaken the Nyx and then soothe it. We're going to have to relook at this next week for sure. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to wrap here. I'm going to go do work. Depending on what happens next week, I might be live a lot more than normal. I'll definitely be live on Wednesday, maybe Friday, but Roundy might be out of town, which means I have way more free time to just do stuff. So if you've been hanging out and giving tips, thanks. Cheese Whiz and Lucian and Logren and CMB and Tavid in TikTok. People spread out all around. If you're not following us, maybe consider following us on different platforms. It helps out a lot. And yeah, we'll be back. And I think I can maybe make it so my computer stops exploding while I play this. So we'll see you later. Thanks for hanging out. Bye, and enjoy your lunch, Logren.